Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and if you've already been here, welcome back. So tonight we're going to be doing an all signs reading, and before we get into that, I will also talk about the Libra full moon that we're going to be having on April 5th going into April 6th, depending on what part of the world you're in. So if you'd like to skip straight ahead, I'll put some timestamps in the description box below so you can skip right ahead to your zodiac sign for your tarot reading. So before that, I will get into what Libra energy is all about with this Libra full moon, along with some crystals that you can work with, and a little bit of information about that. So if you don't already know, full moons in general have to do with like reaping the fruits of your hard labor. So whatever you were trying to manifest, those seeds that you planted when the moon was new in Libra, which would have been around last year, late September or early to mid-October, whatever intentions you were setting during that time, you should start to see them coming into fruition around this full moon in Libra. Libra energy deals with justice, peace, harmony, relationships, whether it be friendship or romantic or even business relationships. It all has to do with how you harmonize and how you deal with others. I'll talk about a few crystals that you can work with to take advantage of this Libra full moon energy. So usually your pink stones and your light blue stones, because Libra is associated with the planet Venus. It's ruled by Venus, and Venus has to do with all things heart related. So you'd be dealing with mostly your pink stones, and because Libra is an air sign, it deals with communication, so that would be dealing with the throat chakra with your light blue stones. Some great stones you can work with are rose quartz. That's a very well-known stone to work with that. It's for self-love, it's for healing, it's for compassion, peace, relationships, friendship, or romantic. Most of your pink stones kind of have that bubble bath type of energy, warm and comforting. And we'll talk about some more pink stones, and we'll also talk about your blue stones. Another great one is pink tourmaline. You can see the little pink within that white stone there. That one's a really great heart chakra stone. It has that similar energy to rose quartz, but it's very uplifting and energizing. You can work with pink opal, and opal is also a very well-known Libra stone. It is the birthstone of October. Opal in general is good. Pink opal is especially good for heart healing and letting go of things that no longer serve you, breaking those emotional ties and turning that emotional energy back onto yourself. And one of my favorites that I've been loving working with lately is pink kunzite. It's spelled Kunzite. It is a form of spodumene. I know that's a lot of science nerd geological talk. So there's a green version of it called hiddenite. That's also a really great stone. I'll show you both. So both of these are kunzite. It's like this really beautiful lilac-y lavender pinkish color. This one's a little bit more opaque, and then this one's a little bit more translucent, and you can see the little striations in the stone. I like this. It reminds me of a castle with the little shape that it has, how it comes to a point. If you sleep with it under your pillow, if you trust yourself not to throw it across the room in the middle of the night, I can't describe how comforting it feels. There's no words for it. It just feels really good. And then I'll show you some other varieties of spodumene that are related to kunzite. So this is hiddenite. It usually has a greenish tint to it. It looks just like that translucent pink one, but it's green. It feels similar to that energy of the pink one, but it's like it's got a cleaning feeling to it and a happy walking through the forest when it's a sunshiny kind of day vibe. A lot of green stones have that, but Hiddenite, I can't even describe the vibes that it gives off, but if you see it in a crystal shop, give it a shot. You only need a tiny piece. It doesn't have to be a larger piece. And I can't find it right now, but there's a ranging from a white to a yellow version of it, and it's called a Trifane. That one's a really good one. That's great for the solar plexus chakra. That's all about willpower, sticking up for yourself, which also can have to do with communication. Now we'll talk about some blue stones because it's an air sign and Libra deals with communication. So we have Celestine, this beautiful sparkly blue. It's also said to dispel nightmares. It helps you sleep at night. It's great for kids and kids' rooms to have them have really nice, good dreams if they dream. I mean, it's just so peaceful just looking at it, and a tiny chunk fell off of it. That was embarrassing. Whoops. And Lapis Lazuli, that one's a really great one for communication and also tapping into that third eye. And the third eye, that's more than just about, getting in tune with your psychic senses. The third eye, the main theme about the third eye is seeing how everything is all connected. Everything is all one. It's all connected, noticing synchronicities, things like that. Last but not least, and there's, we're not limited to just these crystals. There's several other ones, and my whole theory is if it feels good to you and you like its energy, work with it. It likes you for a reason. We've got aquamarine. That's associated with mostly Pisces and March, but it's a communication stone. It's a blue stone. It works really well with Libra energy and that air energy. And something about it, the combination of rose quartz and aquamarine, it's almost like the vibes of watching a pastel full moon rise up over the horizon at the lakefront or the beach at the ocean. That it's like a full moon feeling that's pastel-y, if that even describes an energy, if you know what I mean. Alright, so that's what I have as far as Libra correspondences go. Also, a big one that's a good essential oil or scent to work with is rose. It's very uplifting, it's high vibrational. You can get it at, any store pretty much, Meijer, Walmart, Target, whatever. It's considered a refreshing facial mist. It really doesn't matter what it is as long as, on the ingredients it says Rosa Damascena, if I'm pronouncing that right. Just gonna spray a little around, raise the vibes in here. As if they're not already high with all the lovely crystals. Alright, so we will go ahead and get into our readings for all of our signs now. Alright, Aries, so Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. This'll be your reading. This'll be your reading for Aries. And if it doesn't make sense for you, check your, if you look at your sun sign, check the, your moon sign reading the rising or the Venus. Let's get a few shuffles here. What do we have for my Aries? What do we have for Aries for this lovely springtime? April and May for Aries. What do we have? Let's get 3 more shuffles here. 1, 2, and 3. 2 cards flew out of the deck. I'll go ahead and read those also. Alright, so what flew out of the deck for Aries here? So we've got the 8 of Cups in reverse right off the bat. Somebody is having, it's probably you, you're having a really hard time walking away from someone or something. The 8 of Cups in the upright talks about walking away. In the reverse, it's talking about having a hard time walking away. either your person is having a hard time walking away from you, or you're having a hard time walking away from them. That's interesting that we have it followed by the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups talks all about emotional fulfillment, cycle coming to a close, almost like a happily ever after. It could be you finding a sense of self-love, or, you could have a new person coming in, or if the person that you're dealing with, if you or them walking away isn't permanent and maybe there's something that you need to work out, it could be telling you that they are your person. Only you know the scoop of what's going on with that. Alright, Aries, let's see what else we have for you. The Ten of Cups also talks, it could be talking about marriage even too. Some of you might be engaged. Okay, so in your past, Aries, your energy was the Hermit. A lot of you retreated into yourself and worked on yourselves, stayed to yourself, minded your business, and worked on something alone. And we've got the Star card in reverse. So in the past, for both of you, that talks about possibly a wish not coming true. Something wasn't fulfilled. That might be why you are possibly having a hard time walking away. You think you want to walk away, but you're not sure if it's the right choice right now. For their energy, they have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. That talks about hitting rock bottom, and they're starting to work their way up from hitting rock bottom. Maybe they were going through something and you felt like everything was all on you and you wanted them to fight for themselves, like you got tired of carrying all the weight. And so in the present moment, we've got the Seven of Cups, Aries. You've got a lot of options right now. That also could be talking about you have a lot on your plate at the moment. And the strong energy that's in your reading here, that's in the present moment between both of you, we have the Queen of Swords. You could be dealing with making a head-over-heart decision. You also could be putting your foot down. You also could be choosing to be logical versus emotional because you feel like you have to. Maybe emotionally you were getting hurt and decided that logic is the only way to go. The Queen of Swords, that also talks about heavy air energy. Although you may be an Aries, somewhere significant in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, you could have Aries in your significant placements, or rather Aquarius, or an air sign, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with one of those three signs, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And in their energy, we've got the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. I think maybe they are reaching like a mental type of block. Maybe they are having a hard time in school or leveling up in their career somehow. Because the Eight of Pentacles in the upright, that talks about being the master of your craft, higher learning, excelling educationally and in your career, working hard at something to reach the next level. Maybe they've just plateaued because they're tired. And, you're trying to be empathetic with them because on one hand, you see that it makes sense and you don't blame them. On the other hand, you're getting kind of frustrated because maybe it feels like the weight is all on you and it's hard to carry it all. So what do we have for the future here? So we've got the Nine of Wands. That's your energy. And then we've got the Justice card. And for their energy, we've got the Five of Pentacles. You might be standing your ground and walking away from this because the Justice card, it talks about, a decision is being made. That's also kind of the Judgment card. It's also Libra energy. There could be a conversation right around this full moon in Libra between you two. The Nine of Wands, that's your energy, that talks about standing your ground. Five of Pentacles and their energy talks about feeling left out in the cold. So maybe because you're putting your foot down, maybe they feel like they're being left out in the cold. But that doesn't mean that you have to continue to tolerate things if it's not working for you. So what action is this person gonna take for my Aries, if any? So we've got the Three of Pentacles in the upright, followed by the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So I feel like this person wants to come together with you. They want to collaborate with you. Mentally, they're on the same page as you, but there's something blocking them. And they've got that King of Pentacles in the reverse, that slow-moving energy that could be talking about greediness. You know, they could be somebody that you feel like at times they might be one of those people that just wants something for nothing. And you feel like it's not fair, like, just like the other cards were saying, like it's all on you. You know, they could be your Ten of Cups, that happily ever after, if this can be worked out. You're at a crossroads right now, Aries, where you're waiting to see what they're gonna do and see if it can be worked out, and you're on the fence deciding whether you want to stay or go. Alright, Aries, well, I wish you the best of luck. I hope that helped with some things, and I hope you have a great rest of your night and a great rest of your week. Happy full moon in Libra. We will move on to my Tauruses next. Hi Taurus, this will be your reading, whether you're a sun, moon, rising, or Venus. This will be for my Tauruses. If your sun sign doesn't make sense and it doesn't jive with you, check your moon sign, rising, or Venus and see if one of those makes sense. Alright, what do we have for my Tauruses? What do we have for Taurus for this lovely springtime that we're having, minus all the rain and the storms that we're having this week in Wisconsin here? What do we have for the month of April and May for my Tauruses? Let's see, we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse. That's your energy. If you're dealing with a person that's on your mind anyhow, there could be things that may come through with jobs and career, but since we're in Libra season, I feel like the theme is relationships, whether it be friendship or romantic, whatever applies to you. Alright, Taurus, so we've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. That's your energy right now. Somebody pissed you off. You are not too happy with somebody right now. And we've got the Emperor. This is actually the past energy here. So in the past, somebody pissed you off. And we've got the Emperor card. That's the overall energy between the two. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles for their energy. You could be dealing with another earth sign. You know what? Actually, because we have Pentacles and the Emperor, that kind of makes me think something about a job situation may have really irritated you or upset you, or, you know, you've been at the end of your rope. We are in Aries season, even though it's a full moon in Libra. The sun sign right now is in Aries. The Emperor, that talks about Aries energy, also Taurus energy. You could be taking advantage of that energy where, you know, you want a new beginning. Something pissed you off and you want a new beginning. I feel like it's with your work situation. And right now, your energy is the Devil in the reverse. You may have overcome some type of addictions or some type of toxic cycle or toxic behavior. You saw the light that something was toxic to you, whether it be job or relationship. We've got the Ace of Swords. That's all about new beginnings and communication. So either right, you know, very, very recently or in the very, very new future, whatever it was that pissed you off, you communicated it, or you put forth the communication that was needed to take the next step. You know, whether it was towards the person, the job, or whatever, you took that next step to start a new beginning and you communicated that. And in their energy, we have the Strength card in the reverse. So if you're talking about a job situation, the Strength card in the reverse, you know, they may be strong, but your willpower is stronger than whatever they have to say. And if it's talking about a romantic situation or a friendship, this person is or situation is holding back. Maybe that's what pissed you off. They're not communicating with you. That could be what it is, and maybe you put your foot down and said, hey, like, I need you to tell me what's up and tell me what's going on. For whatever reason, they don't want to be vulnerable and they don't want to express themselves, and you're kind of tired of it. What do we have in the future for my Tauruses? We've got the Three of Wands in the reverse in your energy. Yeah, getting sick of waiting. And then we've got the King of Cups for overall energy, and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So I think that with the King of Cups, emotionally, if you're talking about another person, you're kind of a sucker for them and you melt when they come to you just the right way. But in their energy, we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Whether it's talking about a job situation or your person, whoever's trying to butter you up, they're not going to end up working with you. You know, like, you're not going to be able to get on the same page. Now, if that doesn't make any sense with your situation, then this isn't your story. Don't try to force it to fit if it doesn't fit. Check your, moon, rising, or Venus sign, whichever one you haven't checked, and one of those might click more than this would. Let's see, what future action is this person gonna take for my Tauruses? Knight of Swords in the reverse, and Seven of Cups in the reverse. So I think that their mind is made up that you're the person that they want. However, they aren't communicating, and that's what the problem is. How can they expect you to come together with them if they're holding back? And because we have that Knight of Swords in the reverse, they're being immature in their communication style. And, they may be watching you. They might be, everyone looks at each other's social media. That's really not news. But they are analyzing your social media, all the comments, the likes, anywhere that they can get information about you. They might be asking mutual friends information about you or being sneaky. They've got some sneaky energy and they're trying to watch you, but without it being known that they're paying attention, because they don't want to admit that they care. Why? Hell if I know. You can try to work it out with them, but you're human. You can only do so much. Alright, my Tauruses, if that made sense for you, great. I wish you the best of luck with everything. You stand your ground and, don't settle. I hope that made sense for you, and if not, check your moon, Venus, or rising. Alright, Taurus, thank you for watching. We'll move on to my Geminis next. Hi there, Geminis. This will be your reading. Check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. If one of them doesn't make sense, maybe it's not your story, and another placement will make sense for you. We'll get a few shuffles for my Geminis. What do we have for my Geminis for the months of April and May for this lovely spring we're having as soon as it quits raining so much? Today was sunny, but the rest of the week it looks like a lot of rain, but if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. It's cleansing. It creates growth. Maybe that could be a theme in your life. You're cleansing and trying to grow. Alright, Gemini, at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Chariot in the reverse. Some of you maybe feeling really stuck right now, like you're having a hard time moving forward. It could be unhealed trauma. It could be a situation you're having a hard time moving on from. You want to leave this job, but you feel like you can't. You want to leave this friendship or leave this relationship. Oh, but you have feelings and you can't figure out why you can't get over the person or the situation. It could apply to anything, but you're feeling stuck in some way. Alright, so in your past, my Geminis, you were feeling nostalgic. This could also be the soulmate card. You could be feeling a sense of nostalgia or trying to heal something from your childhood. Some of you, a small portion of a few of you, may feel like you recently found your soulmate. And even if it's not a romantic soulmate, it could be a friend soulmate. I believe in those big time. You can definitely have a friend type of soulmate. And so the energy between you and whatever's on the outside, we've got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Maybe you are frustrated because you want to be independent in some way and you felt like something's been blocking you. Like maybe you're trying to be financially independent and you feel like you are not where you want to be as far as that goes. We've got the World card in the reverse. So either the external world or the person that's on your mind, someone's having a hard time getting over something. Like there's a cycle that needs to come to a close, but it's not closing. Or, it could even be talking about, you believe in karma, and it's kind of unfair because you're seeing people that were straight up evil and they're doing so good and you feel like it's not fair. You may have been having one of those kind of moments. I mean, really, you shouldn't care about evil people. Just keep them out of your life. But sometimes, as humans, you might have those moments where you see this really good person and they're getting shit on, and then all the crappy people, they're doing really well, and it's like, how does that person get away with, whatever? But it's like, that's throw your hands up, leave it to the universe. I don't know if that makes sense for you. So in the present moment, so we've got the Page of Cups in the reverse. That talks about either emotional immaturity or it's giving you the red light. Like maybe there's a person that you're thinking about, but you're not really sure. It's telling you maybe don't go for it or be cautious before you jump into this. And between the two of you, or you in whatever situation, we've got the Two of Wands in the reverse. Yup, you're having a really hard time trying to decide what way you want to go. Maybe you wanted to come together with a person or a situation, but for some reason you're not able to come together. And in their energy, we've got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So maybe you're realizing that they're one of those people or jobs or places that looks real good on paper and everybody's saying how great they are, but you're seeing something in them that's not. There's some kind of situation that looks real good on paper, but behind the scenes it's not. You see it, other people may or may not. And in the future, we've got the Five of Wands along with the Two of Cups. That's an interesting combination. And the Well, which the Well card is something that's different to this deck. I believe that's like a wish fulfillment card. So the Five of Wands is all about conflict, feeling conflicted, but the Two of Cups is talking about the coming together of a relationship, or if it doesn't have anything to do with your situation, you partnering up with someone or something that brings you a lot of emotional fulfillment. Maybe after some conflict, you're finally getting some well-deserved emotional fulfillment and possibly wishes coming true, feeling more complete, letting something go to let the happy things in. I don't know if this makes any sense for you, Gemini. If this doesn't align with you, check your moon or your rising or your Venus and see if that makes sense. And what action will this person take if Gemini is dealing with the person? I feel like I need to shuffle these a little bit more for this part. What action is this person going to take for Gemini? I think this reading to me is a little bit confusing, but hopefully it makes sense for you. So whether it's the person you're thinking about or a person that's in the future that's coming in soon. So we've got the Empress, that's your energy. You are the Empress, you're coming into your power, you're nurturing something, you're basically, it could mean pregnancy, but if it's not literal pregnancy, it could be, you know, you're growing an idea, you're starting a plan, you're growing something and you're nurturing something, you're coming into your power and you're becoming abundant. We've got the Five of Cups, so even though the Three Cups got knocked over and it talks about loss, grieving, and sadness, you're looking at your blessings and being thankful for the parts that you still do have. And we've got the King of Pentacles. So if this is not romantic, I think that it's talking about whatever goal you're working on, it's going to be slow moving. But I promise if you keep working on it, you're going to get there. If this is talking about a romantic situation, this person coming in, I see that they are stable. They could be an earth sign. They could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Somebody that's got stable, steady energy. They might, you know, be kind of slow moving. You might not feel a spark with them right away. To me, this seems to be the card of it's a person that's solid, but you don't feel the spark immediately. But when you see what this person brings to the table, the spark will show up. It'll just take a little bit of time, and I don't blame you. Maybe you've had your guard up because as soon as you let it down, you got hurt. So that could be what's going on with you. And what's the outcome for Gemini? So we've got the Ten of Cups in the reverse, followed by the Temperance card. So I feel like to find balance, an old cycle needs to end, and I think that's what you're working on, Gemini. Alright, well thank you for watching. I hope that made sense for you. If it doesn't, check your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Thank you, Gemini. I hope you have a great rest of your week and a great full moon in Libra, and that whatever you're doing brings you some fulfillment. Thank you, Gemini. We'll move on to my Cancers next. Hello there, my Cancerians. This'll be your reading. This is for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for my Cancers. And if this doesn't make sense for you, check your Moon, Rising, or Venus. What do we have for my Cancerians? Let's get two more shuffles. 1, 2. Those cards are yelling at me, so I'm just gonna pull them straight out of the deck. I don't normally do them that much, but gotta follow your intuition. That could be a message for you, Cancers, following your intuition. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords in the reverse. You feel really stuck and like you're at a stalemate right now. Could be because maybe you're a person that thinks that there's more important things in life than money, and there's a situation that seems to be very money focused and you're not really aligning with it because you also value time. You value abundance in other ways. Time with family, freedom, time for rest and resetting yourself. I didn't even pull any cards, and that was just my right off the bat feeling for my Cancers. Oh, yeah, I looked at the card on the bottom of the deck, the Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I did. Well, so we've got the Hanged Man. We've got the Six of Cups in the reverse and the Ten of Wands in the reverse. So the Hanged Man talks about seeing things from another perspective. It also gets tired of waiting around. You might be sick of waiting for something to change, and it's causing you to view things from another perspective somehow. We've got the Six of Cups in the reverse. Maybe you're being revisited by some past trauma that's popping up, and it's maybe it's making you either paranoid, or you're seeing a toxic pattern that's the very beginning of it and you're not sure if it's toxic or not. It's just the tiny little twitch of a sign where you're like, this is familiar, this gives me deja vu about a past situation, and that didn't end well, so that's what's gonna happen with this one. If you're dealing with a romantic situation, the person that you're dealing with, we've got the Ten of Wands in the reverse. So they may be, in the past, they may have released a huge burden. Maybe they let go of something that was holding them back or blocking something in your relationship. And presently, at the moment, in your energy, we've got the King of Wands in the reverse. Did you lose your temper recently? Or do you feel like you popped off at the mouth? Or maybe you're losing your motivation because something's not aligning. You either lost your motivation, lost your temper, popped off at the mouth, or all of the above. Or you're about to, like very recently or just about to, because it's in your present energy. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Maybe you don't like the way that something is going at your work, your job. A young person might be almost, you feel like they're greedy, and it might not be with finances. It's somebody younger, and you feel like they're being a hog or maybe acting entitled. If you're dealing with, or it could be talking about a love situation, and this is right in the heart of the reading. So heavy energy in the reading is, I get a young energy, and it's, when you're talking about pages and knights, that talks about fast-moving energy, giving the green light, but it's reversed. It could be telling you not to start the next endeavor, the next move in your career. It could be talking about you wanted to start a health journey, and now just isn't the right time. But I just get a vibe of an immature energy of somebody that's acting entitled and like their shit doesn't stink, pretty much. Or, maybe they're acting like materialistic, and they don't know shit. And you don't know whether to feel sorry for them and try to guide them and give them compassion, or to just be like, all right, distance yourself. And the other person, either the person on your mind or your job situation in the present, or like very near future, close to the present, we've got the Five of Wands in reverse, which that could be the end of a conflict. So whatever issue that you're dealing with, Cancer, that could be coming to an end soon. So I think the situation is going to be resolved. So what do we have for the future here? We've got, this is great. We've got the Six of Wands in the upright, followed by the Justice in the reverse, and the Four of Pentacles in the reverse in the other person's energy. So your energy is the Six of Wands. You will be victorious. You will be, it could talk about public recognition for a job well done. If people were talking shit and there's been rumors flying around, hopefully not. If that's your situation, by just staying focused on yourself and not even having to do anything, the truth will be revealed on its own and people will see that you were the one that was in the right. I don't know if that's got anything to do with your situation. The Justice card in the reverse. So there might be something unfair, like, dealt to you, but you don't give a shit, pretty much. I think that the other person or the other situation is treating you really unfairly, but you're coming into your power and you don't give a crap because you know the scoop and you know the truth, so you don't care what other people are saying and doing. And now, with that Four of Pentacles in reverse, yep, now with that tied in with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So Four of Pentacles reverse talks about possibly greed, whether it's with time or energy. And it could be talking about somebody holding back, like they're not telling the full truth. It's almost like they're not straight up lying, but it's like it's lying by omission is, what I'm feeling from this. What actions is this person gonna take, or this situation, for my Cancers? Ooh. So the Three of Swords flew out of the deck. So I think that, unfortunately, whether it's whatever situation, friends, work, a lover, there's a sense of betrayal here, and it talks about a third party situation and like the sense of getting stabbed in the back. You already know they're a backstabber. I feel like you already know this. And if that's not it, third party could have to do with somebody prioritizing something else instead of you. Like, it could be, we could be talking about addictions. They could be a workaholic. Chances are probably not if we're talking about them being financially greedy. It's almost like they act different one way on the surface and another way. Like, you just don't know what to believe. So what is the outcome for my Cancers? I just feel like you know it and you really don't care because you've kind of half-ass already moved on from it. So we've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. If it's a job situation, you might be leaving this job slowly. It'll take you a while to find a new job. Or if you've already had an interview and you're in the process of moving in between jobs, if that's what it's talking about, it may be very slow moving. Maybe that new job might not be the right one, but the next one will be. It's like hesitated starts to it. I feel like pulling one more card for my Cancers. Alright, fine, 3, because they all wanted to come out. We've got 8 of Cups in the reverse, 5 of Cups in the reverse, and the Lovers card. So it depends on the context, but I feel like, so the 8 of Cups reversed has to do with a hard time walking away from something. The 5 of Cups in the reverse talks about overcoming grief, and that Lovers card, that might be talking about having a hard time deciding between two situations. So whether it's romantic or your job life, you may decide to choose the next new thing, like leaving that job or leaving that relationship, and you will heal and you will get over it and you will have a fresh new beginning. It's slow moving, but you will have a new beginning. And if this doesn't apply to your situation, check your moon, rising, or your Venus. Alright, my Cancers, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope that made sense for you. I hope you have a great rest of your week and you enjoy this upcoming Libra full moon. We will move on to my Leos next. Hi Leos, my Leo sun, moon, rising, or Venus. This will be your reading. If it doesn't make sense, check your other signs for sun, moon, rising, or Venus. We'll get a few shuffles here and we'll see what's going on for my Leos. Oh, card flew out of the deck. I'll set that to the side to read. We'll get 2 more shuffles for my Leos. Alright, so that card that flew out of the deck, what do we have? Oh, I love it. The 9 of Pentacles. Being abundant, being independent, being financially independent. I like it already. That's great. And at the bottom of the deck for my Leos, we have the Knight of Wands. That's fantastic. That's all about fast-moving new beginnings. It could be talking about a fire sign coming towards you also, or someone with heavy fire placements in their chart. Fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. If it's not their sun sign, it could be their moon, rising, or Venus as well. Somebody with heavy fire placements is coming towards you, it looks like. And if you're not dealing with a romantic situation, I feel like it's giving you the green light for fresh new starts in creative endeavors. Going forth with ideas, passion, motivation, creativity. So what do we have here for my Leos? Ooh, man, this is the best reading so far. So in your energy, in the past, we have the Magician. That is, I love the Magician card. So the Magician is all about alchemy, being resourceful, the balance of all 4 of the elements, earth, water, air, and fire, and all the aspects of life. You have been resourceful. You turned whatever situation you had into magic. It's, you know, like taking the ingredients of a cake and putting it together and baking a cake pretty much. You know, taking all the resources you have and creating something with it. That's awesome. And with that Knight of Pentacles, is it the, King of Pentacles in the reverse? You could be dealing with a situation where something is too money driven for you, or you feel like someone or something or some entity is being greedy or possibly moving too slow. Take what resonates. So in the other person's energy, if you're dealing with another person, a romantic situation, possibly friendship in their energy, we have the 9 of Cups in the reverse. That is the codependent card. You could be dealing with one of those, okay, right off the top of my head, and this is past energy here, someone that you recently have, like, dealt with that might be in the past, or it could be part of your current situation. So you felt that they're one of those people that is afraid to be alone. They jump from person to person to person as if being single is poisonous, or maybe people are giving you shit for being single, maybe. You know, and you're single because you don't feel the need. You don't feel like you need a relationship to be fulfilled and to be happy, and that's good. Don't let somebody convince you that you need to be in a relationship just because, oh no, they'll melt if they're not in one. I really shouldn't make fun of anyone for that. You know, but I feel like you could be dealing with one of those people that jumps because they're afraid to be alone. They don't want to be lonely. And they would rather deal with a crap situation than a healthy one. They would rather be emotionally unfulfilled with somebody that's toxic than be alone. You felt like when they sought you out, you maybe caught onto it and thought, you know, does this person really want me because they actually want me for me? Or are they just jumping towards me because they just don't want to be alone? You know, and you sense that about them, and maybe you pushed back. You took back your energy from this situation. And in the present energy, ooh, I like this. So we've got in your energy the Justice card. You might have Libra energy going on, or you're just seeing a situation for what it is and in the process of making a decision. You know, do you want to jump into this with this person? Do you not? You could have lots of Libra or 7th house placements possibly, and it's just verifying that this is about you. We've got the Strength card for the energy between the two of you, so this is verification of Leo energy. It also talks about somebody's holding back. One of you or both of you is holding back for some reason and does not want to be vulnerable with the other person. Why? Heck if I know. And we've got the Two of Wands in the reverse in their energy. So I feel like they want to come together with you, but something's blocking them. Probably their past trauma. That's what I'm feeling. It's like they just want to jump into stuff with you, but at the same time, they can't shut up about their ex. I don't know what other way to put it. I don't know if that's you or not, Leo, but that's what I'm feeling. And what do we have for our future energy here for my Leo? So in your energy, we've got the Knight of Cups. You are ready for an emotional new beginning, but I feel like maybe you don't know if this is the right person to give it to. This could be talking about wanting to start new creative projects. The Cups is all about water with, and that has to do with not only emotion, but creativity. The Wands and fire isn't the only thing that has to do with creativity. Water also does. That could be giving you the green light to start your new endeavors emotionally, or, even continuing to be by yourself. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. One of you or both of you, or the situation in general. Someone's just trying to control everything and not learning the art of let go and let God. I can't mock people or make fun of them, but I'm like talking in your language, like you're frustrated with the person because they just can't let go and let God. I don't know if that has to do with your person, but that's what I'm feeling. And we've got the Artist in reverse in their energy. So they're hesitating on creating something new because they're stuck in the past. So, you can try to work with them on this and see if, they heal. Or you could just dip out and you do you. And if they, do some healing and want to come back later, maybe you can possibly revisit it. But I feel like, they're not right with what aligns with your energy, and you know it, and it has to do with them not being able to let go of the past, and they have codependent energy. And, if you want to do things with your friends or do things by yourself, it's like maybe they don't have their own friends, and they have to do everything with you, or you have to do everything only with them, or that's how they're making you feel, which, as a couple, you want to do things together and not exclude each other, but at the same time, in a healthy relationship, you each need your own hobbies and you each need your own lives a little bit. You feel like they're not giving you a chance to miss them. And they make you feel guilty for wanting to go do your own thing, is what I'm getting. All right, my Leos, I hope that all made sense for you. If that didn't resonate, then check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, what have you. I hope you have a great rest of your week and you enjoy this Libra full moon that's coming up. All right, so we will go ahead and move on to my Virgos. Hello there, Virgos. Check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. My Virgo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. This will be your reading. We'll get a few shuffles here and we'll see what's going on for my Virgos. Couple of jumpers right out of the deck. Wow. I like it already. I don't want to give it away yet until I'm done shuffling here. Oh, I'll just do it because I can't help it. 9 of Pentacles in the upright. You feel like you're coming into your... I feel like a lot of people got the 9 of Pentacles in the upright. That's about financial independence. Independence with your resources. Maybe you have your own place now, or a different place, or... you're making more money or something that makes you feel like you're more independent than you were. And we've got, oh my gosh, the Ten of Swords in the reverse right after. That talks about coming up from being on rock bottom. Things are already looking good for you, Virgo. I love it. All right, I'll get some more shuffles here. I couldn't hold on to that any longer. I had to spit it out before it drove me bananas. That one was yelling at me. Ooh, it's the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups could be talking about someone with water placements coming towards you. They could have a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Or you might have a water placement somewhere else in your chart besides the Virgo. It's giving you the green light to start any creative or emotional new endeavors that you had on your mind. That could heavily be talking about the start of a new relationship or new beginnings or a new chapter with the current relationship. All right, what else do we have for my Virgos? At the bottom of the deck for overall energy, besides the cards that flew out, we've got the Knight of Wands. So that's, you got the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. That totally says to me, new beginnings with creative projects, passionate new beginnings. It could also be talking about you might be dealing with a fire sign and a water sign. Two different people. So water is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or it could be talking about that one person that you're thinking about has fire and water strong placements in their chart. And then we've got the Two of Cups in the reverse. Maybe you just had a falling out with your current person, and maybe there's going to be a new chapter between you and them, or with yourself if you say heck with it and do things on your own. So in their energy, we've got and this is the past of what happened already. You had a falling out with them. You're starting a new chapter emotionally, whether it's with them or without. And in their energy, we've got the Justice. They could have Libra in their chart. They could be on the edge of making an important decision. They're trying to be fair and they're trying to be just about it. And currently, in your energy, we've got the Six of Wands in the reverse. You found out people were talking shit about you, huh? Do you care? No. But in the heart of the reading, for the overall energy between the both of you, we've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse. That's the codependency card. You or them could have some trauma and, you could be afraid to be alone, one of you or both of you. You could be the person that's always the fixer, always the healer. You take great pride in being compassionate and empathetic. However, does this person really deserve your compassion? If they don't deserve it, well, you're better off being by yourself than with somebody that's taking advantage of your kind-hearted energy. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse in their energy. They feel like something or someone is a waste of time. In the future, we've got the Hermit. Yep, a lot of you are going to be staying to yourselves. That's also Virgo energy. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. That's a halt on new beginnings financially somehow, but yet you got the Nine of Pentacles. But we've got the Page of Pentacles in the upright. I feel like they're having some work stress and they're looking at new beginnings financially. They're thinking about getting another job, and if besides the fact that they could be just a lying fuckbag, if that's not their problem, then their problem that you guys are having is they're stressed out about work. Well, who isn't? But more than usual, and that Ace of Pentacles is kind of what I'm gathering from that, and they're looking for new beginnings in their financial or their work life. So what action is this person going to take for my Virgos? What action is this person going to take? Right off the bat, I feel like my Virgos are sick of things, feeling like everything's all on them. What action is this person going to take for my Virgos? We've got the Emperor in the reverse. They might turn out to be a control freak. That's a side of them that you don't know about yet. And we've got the Empress. So I feel like they're going to try to be a control freak to you or try to control you somehow. And you're going to be like, no, I'm in my power. I don't need your BS. And they're going to show you just how much you don't need them. And what's the outcome for my Virgos? We've got the Three of Wands. You're going to continue to wait for this person for a while yet. You're just not ready to move on from it. And we've got the Five of Pentacles. That talks about feeling left out in the cold. Yup, you're going to keep waiting for them. They're going to keep making you feel left out in the cold. And now we've got the Three of Pentacles. So if they can't figure out how to collaborate with you, you're ready to move on and figure out somebody that can collaborate with you correctly. I don't know if that makes any sense for you. Check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, Virgos. Alright, well, I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you enjoy the full moon in Libra. I don't know if it makes sense for you or not. Hopefully it'll be a good outcome for you. We will go ahead and move on to my Libras. Hi there, Libras. If you are a sun, moon, rising, or Venus in Libra, this will be your reading. And if it doesn't resonate or make sense for you, check one of your other signs, whether it's your moon, rising, sun, or Venus. I feel like for my Libra sun signs, this is like a harvest time for you. Whatever seeds you planted during your power time of your birth Libra season, this will be when you're able to relax and enjoy the good things that you worked hard for. Alright, so overall energy for my Libras, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So there's either a stall to some new beginnings, or you recently lost motivation for something, whether it's a relationship or your job life. We'll see what else we can find in the cards here. So we've got the Two of Pentacles in your past energy. The Two of Cups in the reverse in the energy between you two, and the Knight of Cups in their energy. So with that Two of Pentacles, a lot of you are juggling a lot. You have a lot on your plate and you're feeling burnt out. With that Two of Cups in the reverse, I see. If you're dealing with a love situation, you know, them with that Knight of Cups, it's like starting emotional new beginnings, or they're trying to offer you their cup of love. But with that Two of Cups in the reverse, which is kind of almost like a breaking up type of energy, and if not breaking up, you know, maybe you're not really, you know, you guys are kind of not having the greatest energy together, and I feel like maybe you having too much on your plate at this moment is affecting your relationship with either your significant other or your potential significant other. You just got too much on your plate. They're trying to offer you this cup of love, and you're not even sure if if this person is right for you. The Two of Pentacles has also the energy of having a tough time deciding between two choices. Whether it's a move, deciding, do you want to live here? Do you want to live somewhere else? Possibly two jobs or even two people. And what do we have in the present energy for my Libras? Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. You feel like this person or this situation is a grand waste of your time. Seven of Cups for the overall energy between both of you or the situation in general. That talks about, oh, well, it has two meanings that both goes with that Two of Pentacles. Seven of Cups could be talking about also currently having a lot on your plate, or you or them, one of you or both of you has a lot of options. Well, I think that you think this person is a waste of time or job, but you've got a lot of options. What's in their energy? King of Cups, which goes right with that Knight of Cups. Wow, did this person actually grow up emotionally? Maybe that's what it was. You thought that they were emotionally too immature, so you weren't willing to drop the other things that you had on your plate for them, whether it's other options, or slowing down other areas of your life to give them a little more time and energy. Unless they were gonna grow up, you weren't willing to do it. Honestly, it looks like they have, and you could be dealing with somebody that's a little bit older than you or, mature emotionally. So for future energy, we've got the Two of Swords and your energy. Ooh, the Magician. So we've got the Two of Swords being at a crossroads, which makes sense with that Two of Pentacles. I think that it's going to take you a long time to make a decision with what you want. The Magician talks about alchemy and using your resources wisely and transforming a crap situation into a good one. But now we've got the High Priestess in the reverse and their energy. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or they have it somewhere significant in their chart. That talks about secrets and holding back information, like they're going to be deceptive in the future. But it doesn't make sense. So, okay, they grew up and then they reverted back to their emotionally immature ways. That's confusing. I should just leave. Okay, that's weird. Okay, clarify the High Priestess card in reverse. I want to know what's up with the High Priestess in reverse. Because that's not really making sense with the other cards. Clarify the High Priestess in reverse for my Libras. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Three of Swords in the reverse. I feel like in the future they're going to start communicating less or holding back in communication. And with the Three of Swords in the reverse, that talks about healing. So maybe, I wonder, that could be saying that maybe in the future this person is going to get kind of quiet on you a little bit. And it's letting you know that they're trying to heal something. Like if they're a little quiet or they haven't been around as much. I mean, you should never tolerate ghosting or people just straight up not answering you and, totally dipping off and showing back up whenever they want. That's not cool. But it may be telling you that if this person holds back and, is a little bit less, talkative, and maybe doesn't respond quite as fast, it's because they're going through something and trying to heal from a situation. And can I get an outcome for my Libras? That was too many that fell. Something tells me to look at that card. So we've got the Four of Pentacles in the upright. That talks about holding back, but it also talks about wise investments. Could be talking about saving money. I would say over the next couple of months for you, Libra, you're going to be deciding where to invest your energy. People, places, or things. I feel like this came up in a recent reading of mine. You know, where to invest your energy correctly. Maybe you've been giving your energy and your love to the wrong people that don't deserve it, that aren't worthy of your love, and it's talking about giving more of it to the people that are worth it. Also, investing your money in the right places, investing your time into the right hobbies. So regardless of whatever happens in your situation, you know, and this is how you could be feeling about a job situation. If your love life is happy, and there's not really any question about your person and your love life, it could be talking about a job situation, like, you know, maybe a job in particular is being whatever rather than a person. All right, my Libras, well, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it made sense for you. If it doesn't, then check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and you enjoy this full moon that's coming up in your sun sign in Libra. Thank you, Libra. Well, we will go ahead and move on to my Scorpios. Hi, Scorpio. This is for my sun, moons, risings, and Venuses in Scorpio. This will be your reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If this doesn't make any sense for you, check your other signs and see if that aligns with what you're thinking about. What do we have for my Scorpios? A couple of cards flew right out of the deck. I'll read those with the rest of the cards here. Alright, Scorpio, so the cards that flew out of the deck right away is Nine of Wands in the upright, followed by the King of Swords in the reverse. Ooh, so you are, I don't even know if this has anything to do with anything, but you feel very defensive right now and the need to stand your ground against somebody. I don't know what other way to put it. Somebody's being a real a-hole, and you just don't understand why they're acting this way. You're not putting up with it. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with a situation that's going on with you, Scorpio. We'll see what else we've got. Yeah, King of Swords in the reverse. He's a jerk face, man. Mean, verbally not so nice. Or very selfish, like holding back somehow. Ooh, so the Death card in reverse flew out of the deck. That does not mean literal death. It means the dying of an old way, the birth of a new, and big changes and transformations. And it fell out right with the Five of Wands, perfectly aligned together. So there's some kind of conflict, and somebody is resisting change. There's some kind of change that needs to happen. Something's got to change. You don't know how to make it change, and you feel a lot of conflict with it. Whether it's a person or a job situation. So in your energy, in the recent past, the Chariot reversed, Scorpios, you feel stuck. General energy, you feel left out in the cold. You feel disappointed, like you got the rug yanked out from under your feet somehow. And in the other person's energy, whether it's a job or it's a person, could be romantic, could be a friend, could be anything. We've got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. That talks about emotional immaturity, somebody manipulative maybe. Yeah, that's... Or somebody that's holding back emotionally somehow, or refusing to acknowledge the emotional part of a situation, or just not being considerate of other people's feelings. And in the present situation, So in your energy, we've got the Justice card. You're on the fence trying to make a decision about something, and you're trying to be as logical and fair as possible. It also talks about Libra energy. Besides the Scorpio, you could either have Libra somewhere significant in your chart, or you feel like you resonate heavily with Libra energy. We've got the Three of Pentacles in the upright. That's good news. That talks about collaboration. So overall, I think you just want to be on the same page as the other person or situation. You want to work together with this person or this situation, and they are the Two of Swords in the reverse. So whatever's going on with them, they're at a stalemate. They want to go one way, but they also want to go another. You want to come together with them and collaborate, and they're in their own world, and they just can't freaking make up their darn mind. Like, they're just kind of sitting there stuck and stagnant. A lot of stagnancy on their behalf. So in the future, we've got two cards came out on accident for their energy instead of one. So in your energy, we've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse. That talks about codependent energy. I think that maybe you're somebody that wants to be the healer and the fixer and the compassionate one. And sometimes you give away that energy to people and situations that maybe don't deserve it. And you can get crapped on that way. The Eight of Swords in the reverse. Ooh, that talks about the blindfold coming off. Somebody's seeing the truth about something, or you're seeing the truth about the situation. We've got the Page of Swords in the upright. It's giving you the green light to communicate. Maybe there's some things that need to be said, or a conversation that needs to be had. With the Page of Swords in the upright, that's giving you the green light for new things involving communication. That's in their energy, though. So maybe they might be able to, maybe you could have a conversation with them and it might help. And we've got the Four of Cups in the upright combined with all the other cards. It's almost like this person disappeared from you on some level. And it's almost like they're waiting for you to come forward towards them just so they can feel good about going, no. Why? I don't know, because they're immature and they don't make any damn sense. Can I get if I could talk, can I get an outcome for my Scorpios? What outcome is there for my Scorpios? This came up in a different one of my readings too here. So we've got the Emperor in the reverse. So I feel like you're dealing with someone that may be a bit of a control freak, and they're going to continue to be a control freak, and that's not going to change. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. That talks about new beginnings, usually giving you the green light for new beginnings, either with a health situation, possibly a job, or that whatever new start or new healing that you're going to have to try to get on the same page with this person, it's going to take some time. If it's going to succeed, it's going to be slow moving, and it's not going to happen right away. You know your situation better than I do. All right, Scorpio. So I don't know if this made sense for you. If it doesn't resonate, check another one of your signs for another one of the readings. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night and have a great week. Enjoy the full moon in Libra that's coming up. Oops, excuse me. Thank you, Scorpio. We'll move on to my Sagittarius next. Hello, Sagittarius. For my Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, this will be your reading. What can we get for my Sagittarius, Sun, Moons, Rising, and Venus? Had a few jump out of the deck there. Alright, Sagittarius, at the bottom of the deck for overall energy, this keeps coming up in everybody's readings tonight. We've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's delays in your job life. There could be delays in something regarding money. Maybe you expected you were going to be getting a raise soon, and it hasn't happened yet. Well, a lot of people have that going on. So a lot of cards flew out of the deck. So we've got the King of Wands in the upright. I like it. You're coming into your power. You're highly motivated to do whatever it takes to enter the next chapter in your life. We've got the Three of Swords. So there was some kind of third-party situation, or you felt betrayed in some way. Maybe that's inspiring you to heal and start the next chapter. We've got the World card. So that talks about a cycle coming to an end. Whatever that was, that situation that made you feel betrayed somehow, that cycle's coming to a close and you're starting that new chapter in that King of Wands energy. Whether you're male or female, it's an energy, it's not a gender. You could also be dealing with another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. And we've got the Moon card. A lot of you have been relying on your intuition lately, or you recently made a decision based on your intuition. This person could have fire and water in their chart. They could have Pisces energy, or you could have Pisces somewhere else in your chart. With that Moon card that we have here, and then we have the Star in the reverse. And we've got the Well that's in the reverse, which both of these cards talks about wishes coming true, but they're in the reverse, so you may not have gotten what you wanted recently. There was a feeling of an unfulfilled wish of some sort. Well, yeah, that past person, you wished it would have worked out, but they betrayed you somehow. Could be talking about a friendship, too. And in your future energy, Sagittarius, we've got the Justice card in the reverse. And the King of Cups in the reverse. And the Queen of Wands. So I think that in spite of being treated unfairly with that Justice card in the reverse, and somebody being emotionally immature in that reversed King of Cups energy, possibly manipulative, it could be that person maybe that person has water in their chart. In spite of all of that, you're in your Queen of Wands energy with that King of Wands, and with these both showing up in the reading, that we could be talking about a fire sign couple possibly, where both of you are a Sag, Aries, or Leo. It's not really telling me a lot. I feel like you already have the answers that you need, and you don't really need a tarot reading as much as other people. So what kind of actions is this person going to take for my Sagittarius? The Chariot, so I feel like there's a new person. That's a lot of movement, so I feel like as this old manipulative person is moving away from you, somebody new is moving towards you just as fast. I think that the future person or your new oh, that's, wow. And you've got the Four of Wands, that's the victory card, that's the 1111 wish fulfillment card. Yeah, see, a wish didn't come true with that well and the star reversed, but now, like you're getting, some good lucky wishes that are coming true in the future for you. And it talks about the doors open. So I think that this new person is open to you, having something solid with them. All right, my Sagittarius, hopefully that made sense for you. We will go ahead. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. You enjoy the Libra full moon that's coming up, and we will move on to my Capricorns next. Hello there, Capricorns. This is for my Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This will be your reading for the months of April and May. 2 cards flew out of the deck right away, so we'll include those. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If this doesn't make any sense for you, go to another sign that matches your other placements, like your moon, rising, or Venus, if the sun sign read isn't making any sense, or whichever one jumps out to you. Alright, so the cards that flew out of the deck for my Capricorns. So we are starting with the King of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign, particularly Aquarius. You could also have Aquarius placements. The person you're dealing with could, if not Aquarius, then Libra or Gemini, but more than likely Aquarius. We've got the 9 of Wands in the reverse. So that's talking about you're trying to stand your ground, but you're having a hard time keeping, putting your foot down. And in the past energy, so in your energy, we've got the 9 of Cups, emotional independence. With that Devil card, you're tempted to, I almost feel like getting back together with an ex. And the other person on your mind, if it's talking about an ex, we've got the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. They're just kind of throwing their hands up and letting things fall as it may. I almost feel like if you're not reaching out to them, they're not really making that much effort, and you deserve better than that, Capricorn. We've got the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse for the present energy. Maybe things are going in a different direction at your job and you feel blocked right now because of it. And in the heart of the reading, we have the Knight of Swords. So that verifies air energy again, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. This could also be new beginnings in communication. Maybe you feel like you need to communicate either with something in your work life or the person that you're dealing with. And we've got that Queen of Pentacles in the upright. I almost feel like this has to do with a work situation. Or they, if it's dealing with another person, they could have air and earth placements. It doesn't have to be, but there's a good chance that they might. It could be more verification. And in the future, in your energy, we have the Emperor. We've got the Empress in the reverse. And we've got the Hermit in the reverse. I feel like whatever person you're dealing with, you almost feel like giving up because you're trying to stay in your power, and almost like you have that vibe of wanting to be a power couple, and you're starting to feel like they've got a manipulative energy. Could be a romantic person, could be a friendship, could be a boss, but you almost feel like they're being manipulative and they're a taker and not really giving back to the situation. And the Hermit in the reverse, I feel like that person is internalizing things and they're a little bit hard to reach right now. Like they've went into their own little world. They're closed off. They're really closed off right now. Let's see what we've got for actions that this person is going to take towards my Capricorns. We've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse, so they're having a hard time walking away from you. They take you for granted, I feel. And we've got the Moon card. You could be dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces. And it's also reminding you to use your intuition. And I feel like there's a truth that you're having a hard time seeing. You know it's there, but you're having a hard time swallowing what the truth is about the matter. With that Justice card in the reverse, I don't think the person's next actions are going to be what you would consider to be fair. But we've still got that Queen of Wands, so no matter how the cookie crumbles, you will still remain in your power, my Capricorns. If I could talk right, Capricorns. Alright, I hope that made sense for you. Alright, if you enjoyed your reading, awesome. If it didn't make sense for you, maybe check your moon, rising, or Venus sign. And enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy that full moon in Libra energy. And I hope you have a great rest of your week, Capricorns. We will move on to my Aquariuses next. Hello there, Aquarius. This will be for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. A card already went flying, so I will see what that's all about. And I'll keep shuffling. Ooh, we've got the Knight of Wands. So that could be talking about someone with fire placements that you're dealing with. You could have significant fire placements in your chart. It's giving you the green light to go ahead to start any creative new endeavors. I feel like that flew out for another sign too. I like it though. That's good energy to have. Knight of Wands energy. And the Four of Swords in the reverse popped up. A lot of you could be coming out of hibernation finally. Well, no shit, Sherlock. It's spring now and it's finally warmer out, so maybe that's a generalized statement. So also that right out of the deck that flew out right away, the Eight of Wands. So whoever you're thinking about, I see communication coming through soon. Alright, what do we have for my Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And if this doesn't make sense for you, check your Moon, Rising, or Venus, or whatever placements that you haven't checked yet. So at the bottom of the deck for overall energy, we've got the Strength in the reverse. Somebody is resisting being vulnerable with you. They're holding back for some reason. Alright, so in past energy for your energy, we've got the Nine of Swords. Some of you were having a lot of trouble sleeping at night because something was stressing you the fuck out. The energy between the two of you, if you're talking about another person or whatever situation it is, we've got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, having a hard time coming together with someone and collaborating, not being able to get on the same page. In their energy, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. You could also be dealing with somebody that's got Earth placements, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or that person, maybe you know them from work, maybe you met them at work, they're connected to your job somehow, or they are having new beginnings in their job. Maybe it's affecting y'all's connection. Maybe their time is being eaten up at their new job because they're absorbing so much information that they're having a hard time having energy for anything else. And that's in the past energy, so that's what's already happened. And currently, in your energy, I've this has popped up in other readings tonight. We've got the Four of Pentacles in the upright. That talks about wise investments, deciding where you're going to invest your energy, time, into people, places, or things. Maybe there's friends or people romantically, either or, that maybe you felt like they don't deserve your energy, and you're pulling it back and investing it where you think it belongs, whether it's back onto yourself or the other people that do truly show up for you. Could be talking about saving your money. Also, you could be holding back from your person. So think about your own actions. Are you holding back from your person? And if you are, maybe you need to check your own actions before you get critical of theirs. Just being real. We've got the Five of Cups in the reverse for the energy between the both of you. So that talks about getting over a loss, getting over heartbreak, coming out of a grieving situation. You're healing somehow. And in their energy, we've got the Sun. I think you make this person happy. And they're happy whenever they're around you. Pretty simple, black and white. And for future energy for my Aquarius, so we've got the Ten of Swords. Maybe there's a situation with a friend or your person. It kind of doesn't make sense if it's your person, but it's the feeling of being stabbed in the back, or like you're gonna hit rock bottom in some way soon, or your situation's gonna hit rock bottom. Energy between the two of you. So the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Maybe both of you are finally going to stop being so guarded and let down your walls. I don't know, like maybe a shitty situation is gonna happen, and, you'll both just drop the BS and be vulnerable with each other somehow. And then we've got the Chariot in the upright for their energy. You could be dealing with someone that's the sign of Cancer, or they have Cancer somewhere significant in their chart. Yeah, the Chariot talks about a lot of forward movement, so the connection could be moving forward into bigger and better things, or they could be moving on from you because you're holding back too much with that Four of Pentacles. If that doesn't make any sense, I mean, take what resonates and leave the rest. Alright, for my Aquariuses, my Aquarii, what's the future actions that their person is going to take towards them? Or their job, or friend, whatever situation it may be. Only you know what fits and what doesn't. Alright, so future actions for my Aquarius. Six of Pentacles. This person's going to be very generous with you, whether it's with material things like gifts, or it could be with their time and energy. Maybe if you have a conversation, maybe you'll feel like they're finally meeting you halfway if you feel like you've been the one doing the giving. And we've got the Fool in the reverse. Yeah, I think they're going to give you a little bit, and then they're going to hesitate. I think they're going to give a little bit to see what you do and how you react, and they're trying to see if you're going to meet them halfway. And they're going to stop and hesitate until you do, because they don't want to invest everything into it if they feel like you're not. I don't know if that's your situation or not, but for some reason, with that Fool in reverse, it's like they're hesitating to take a leap for some reason. This could also have to do with their past trauma. This might not even have anything to do with you at all. Maybe they're having a hard time healing from something in their past and they don't realize it. Oh, and then we've got the Ten of Cups. So that's like the card of wish fulfillment and a happily ever after, emotional fulfillment. So if it's talking about you and another person, I mean, that's a good sign in my mind. That's like one of the best cards you can get in regards to relationships, even if it took me half the deck to get there. Just kidding. You know, and if it's not talking about another person, it could be talking about you being happy emotionally in general, whether it's with the other person or not. Like you giving yourself love, like self love, like you could be reaching a new level of taking care of yourself. All right, Aquarius, I hope that made sense for you. And if it didn't resonate, check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you enjoy this new full moon. I hope you enjoy this full moon in Libra this week and its energy. Well, thank you for watching. We will move on to my Pisces next. Thank you, Aquarius. Hi there, Pisces. This reading will be for my suns, moons, risings, and Venus in Pisces. If you are a sun, moon, rising, or Venus in Pisces, this will be your reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If it doesn't make sense for you, check one of the readings for your other placements that are of the ones I listed. Last but not least, Pisces, my fellow Pisces people. What do we have for you? For the month of April and May, this lovely spring that we're having minus the rain. 2 cards flew out of the deck right away. We've got the 9 of Cups, emotional independence and wish fulfillment. Followed by the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of you might be having a hard time at work or school, but in spite of all of that, with the plans and goals that you have, you're going to overcome that. And we've got the Ace of Wands in the upright, new beginnings, passionate new beginnings, creativeness. Somebody may be also very physically attracted to you if this is in regards to a love situation. I mean, I'm sure everybody's got at least one person that's physically attracted to them, but talking about the person on your mind. All right, Pisces, at the bottom of the deck for overall energy, we've got the Ace of Swords. There's some kind of situation where you may be having a hard time seeing the truth. And we've got the Emperor. That keeps coming up a lot. You could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. You could be dealing with like an authority figure of some sort. And we've got the Empress in the reverse for their energy. So something tells me they're a little bit emotionally immature, and there could be somebody like, I'm getting the abusing their power. The Judgment card in the reverse, your judgment's very cloudy right now because you just are trying to make heads or tails of what the heck is going on. We've got the Page of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so this person that's on your mind is watching you, but they're not coming forward and communicating with you. This is the Stalker card. They're watching your social media, they're watching everything you do, yet they won't respond to you for some reason or really communicate with you to your face. They are out of balance with that Temperance in reverse. You could be dealing with an immature Sagittarius, possibly. It doesn't have to be. And what's the future situation here? So you may, yeah, you know, with that 8 of Pentacles in the reverse from earlier, and now we've got the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. A lot of you feel like you're having a hard time being as financially independent as you'd like to be, and you're very frustrated. You've got that 2 of Wands. You want to come together, you know, with a job or a person. You're trying to come together with a certain situation. And with that Strength card in reverse, I feel like this person is going to hold back if you're dealing with the love situation. And if it's a job situation, you may not get that next job that you're trying to get or that promotion, but it's saying you're stronger than you think. Don't give up. You may get the next one. What actions is this person going to take towards my Pisces? If this has to do with a romantic situation, somehow however the cards go, it could apply to a job situation. So we've got the Hierophant in the reverse, along with the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Something tells me that someone feels some kind of pressure or resistance to be as close to you as they want to be due to not agreeing on something spiritually, if I could talk spiritually, like you both may be different religions, and it's hard for you to be on the same page and agree on things. With that Ten of Wands in the reverse, that talks about them releasing a huge burden. So maybe they might be opening up and becoming less stubborn on a religious level. And yeah, with that Two of Pentacles, that talks about juggling things. Maybe they've had too much on their plate, and they could have been juggling between two different viewpoints from a spiritual perspective. Maybe they're going to find that happy medium. And with the Tower in reverse, that's talking about building up from ground zero. You know, they just kind of let whatever crumble, and they let go and let God, and now they're building back up from ground zero. Maybe there'll be a spat between you two, and then it's necessary, you know, to rebuild from scratch, possibly. And what's the outcome for my Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So we've got the Page of Cups, so that looks like maybe there will be a new chapter with your current person, or if it ends between you guys, I see new love coming in. And with that Wheel of Fortune, like I just said, that talks all about letting go and letting God, throwing your hands up and trusting the universe and trusting the flow of the universe, where you're not so focused on the outcome, you know, where you're doing what you gotta do to manifest the life that you want, and then letting go of what you can't control. But we've got that Devil card, so one of you or both of you may be slipping back into temptation of some sort, and you gotta keep that in check. I don't know what it's talking about in your situation. Could be bad habits, could be addictions, whether it's shopping, drugs, alcohol, spending, toxic situations, toxic people. Something's gonna try to creep in that might come between you guys or affect the relationship negatively, and you know, it's just saying be on the lookout for that and don't give in to temptation of whatever it is. Could be saying don't give up. Alright, Pisces, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. And I hope you enjoy the Libra full moon that we'll be having. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Pisces. And thank you, everyone, for watching my video. Have a great rest of your week.